Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brass Brunch Bunch. I guess we're starting here at 11 o'clock. A couple people that I was supposed to see online aren't here yet, so if they drop in here in a little bit, I think everybody's just having a slow start this morning. So anybody who's watching online, thank you for joining us today. It is Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day. And yeah, let's, without further ado, let's get started with some long tones. So long tones aren't something just to close your mind on when you're playing, but I just want you to really focus on the tone and don't try to melt everything else in your mouth, and just, melt your mouth away so you're not thinking about where you're placing things, but just making the sound. Big breath. Breathe in the tone you want to play with. So just focus on breathing in with the same embouchure you're going to be playing with. The tone you want to make, breathe it in. So let's start on that low B flat, right? Right. So anybody's watching it at home, I just want to say hello. We had 3 people that were viewing just then. Go ahead and jump on the text, or you can follow the link at brassbrunchbunch.com and click in with the Zoom meeting, and you can actually play along in person. Don't worry, I'm not going to put your face or likeness on the internet. All right, so we're going to move on to this next exercise. A lot of people don't like it because it's very easy to get tense. And remember, tension is the enemy. This next exercise is actually taken from a Schlossberg book, and the entire point of it is to try to play as soft as you can and then diminuendo into nothing, and try to really just help you work on control with your embouchure. So we're going to tongue, regular tongue, no poo articulation or any special articulation, but we're going to play it as soft as we can. Then we're going to diminuendo down, then we're going to change notes and then keep diminuendoing. It'll sound like this. You get the idea. Start soft and then get as soft as you can. So, things to pay attention to: don't change your lips. You're barely changing your tongue at all. So freeze your lips, freeze your tongue. When we're trying to transition from blowing the air to not blowing any air. And it's that time in between that we're trying to play with. Okay, that's really good. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Stuck there. So don't change your embouchure at all. All right, let's keep on going. Did I accidentally go too far? Yeah, sorry, I was supposed to stop at B natural. All right, let me look at the music some more. Here we go. And back to the B flat. So I find it's much easier to play loud high. So let me keep on going A natural. All right. That's so easy. And you can see how it's easy to want to get tense, to kind of keep that note going. But the idea of it is we start the note soft, and then we're going to try to let it fade out while we're changing the notes, and just trust that it'll be there. You can tell my lower notes sounded great. Those higher ones, I just need a little bit more practice on them myself to try to keep it supple. All right, let's move the music along. These are some really simple 3-note lip slurs, and what I want us to focus on is keeping still here. It's very easy to, what's the easiest way to describe this? If you just want to cerebrally think about your lips and your embouchure, you just want to make sure they're in the right place, and it's kind of like when you're writing with good handwriting, you want to make sure that your lines are in the right place. So if you were gonna draw something, let me grab a pencil here. Yeah, here's a pen. Whoa. I'm gonna draw something here. Here's my pen. Bringing the focus back. All right, if you're gonna draw something and you want to have a lot of control, you want to put your hand on the paper to draw, because you have, less space and you get to use your muscles to kind of control it more. But if you're writing on a chalkboard and you can't rest your hand on it and you have to be detailed, it's very hard to be detailed. So a lot of times I see a lot of people that are kind of loose here in their cheeks, and they might puff their cheeks a little bit. And I used to do this thing that in front of my bottom teeth, I'd let this wiggle a little bit when I'm playing and let it do its thing. Doing that is the same thing as trying to draw on without touching the paper. You could be good at it, but it's really hard to do. So the easiest way to to do that is just to make sure that your embouchure here is touching your teeth, and so that your lips can stick out and have a little bit more control. Am I talking too much about that? Way too much. Okay. So let's take in a deep breath, and I want us to breathe in with the tone that we want to play. So when we make a oh, I'm just going to breathe that in backwards. Here we go. Oh man, it was really easy to do. It really made a big difference. So you're not really getting tense here. You're just keeping it touching. All right, this next bottom exercise, 3-note lip slurs. By the way, if there's any tuba players out there, I've got the same music out for both tuba and euphonium. So just let me know and I can switch to the other version if you want to play along that way. All right, here we go. 3 notes. So, real quick, for all you euphonium players out there, which vibrato is a big deal, I actually want you to have vibrato when you're playing this, and I want you to keep your vibrato consistent, nice and very, very subtle. If anybody can hear that you're playing with vibrato, it's too much. Yeah. So the idea of it is just to make it sound like it's one tone. And then the vibrato in there will relax anything and loosen it up. Here we go. Secret is don't let the vibrato stop in between your notes. Let's keep going. Again, if you're playing along with me on YouTube, go ahead and follow the link so you could be in Zoom and you can play too. It works much better when I'm not talking to myself. All right, let's move on to this next exercise. So this is just very simple. It's a bunch of, we're working on articulation and on the F major scale. Why low? Because if you can get your low articulations to sound good without any motion, you can do any of your ranges. So that's why I think it's best to practice these low articulations, because it lets you know if it's working or not. It's not that it's harder, it's just you can't get away with bad habits down here. All right, so let's just play it first, and then we'll come back to it. Nice moderate pace. Da 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 da. If you can double tongue, don't double tongue yet. Ready? And All right, that was great. I'm realizing how much I have these little tricks that we can do to fix problems, but if you don't have those problems, you just need to spend time focusing on the end result. So right now we're going to focus on that end result, and that's to make your single tonguing sound like a long tone. We'll just do the slow F. So repeat after me here. Slow F long tone, and this time we're going to breathe in that long tone. All the same qualities you want to put into the sound, put into the breath. Dark, rich, warm, smooth, like a really good buttery steak. You know, when you toast the butter a little bit, it kind of, oh my word, I'm getting hungry. It gets all of that like earthiness, that dark flavor into it. That's what we're going to do. So breathe that flavor in. All right, now let's play it. Again. Ready? And... So, some really good things about there that I'm happy with, that I'm noticing with me, is today we've really only been talking about two things. Number one, making sure that your lip cheek muscles are touching your teeth and not moving, just like the pen. Yeah, that your hand needs to touch the surface or the paper that you're writing on to get a lot of control. You notice you don't squeeze your hand down. You know, I'm not talking about really tight corners. It just has to be still. So keep the mouthpiece still on the lips, keep your lips still on your teeth, and be very light. All right, so what else are we doing now? Let's move right along to these. Yeah, so we're thinking about that while we're playing, and then you notice I never even talked about how to tongue. You don't really know what you're doing. Focus on a consonant, any consonant. Da, ta, tha, na. I've met lots of good players that have used all of those, so I'm not concerned with the consonant. Focus on the vowel. Depending on what notes you're playing, it could be an ah, o, e. But what you need to have is the tip of your tongue on the bottom of your mouth, or else it's not a pure vowel. So make sure the tip of your tongue is on the bottom of your mouth, and then whether it's na 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 na, or da 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 da, or ta 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 ta, or ta 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 ta, it always goes back to the bottom of your mouth. All right, enough with that. Let's try double tonguing if you can do it. I'm going to single tongue up in my double tongue speed, so everybody follow along as fast as you can here. 1, 2, 3. So, next exercise now. One of my favorite exercises, it comes from Pierre Thibault book. He was the trumpet professor of the Paris Conservatory. Came up with some really good method for advanced trumpet players, and it's very simple. That second note that you see with that circle just means we're going to lip it down without moving the fingers, and that's just to work on smooth changes. So this is what it sounds like. Play along and yawn your notes down. Don't change your embouchure, your lip position. Don't change your lips or your corners for any of these notes. Here we go. So keeping them still, keep it going, and you realize when I bend those notes, it's just like a glissando on trombone. I don't really want the note to stop at the bottom. I want to keep bending the whole time. Here we go. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. I'm sorry I keep on stopping. Boy, we get up higher. Change the air. Don't change your lips. One more time on the low A flat. Ready? Awesome. So really work on those lip bends. That's really going to just automatically fix some things about your embouchure. You're either going to play it well or you're not going to be able to play it well. If you can't play it well, change something. If you're able to complete the task, you're doing it correctly. All right. So anybody could everybody do those lip bends? Were you able to do it? If you could, like, write in the chat, like, yeah, lip bends, or no, I can't do lip bends, because we're going to circle back around to them later. So let's skip out ahead and just do some flexibility. We're going to be trying something different. I've been really working on the poo articulation a lot, which is just using your lips. We're going to do something else. We're going to call it the who articulations. And just like who, we're going to start with air and then wait for the sound to happen. So starting on this high B flat. Who, you notice I'm blowing the air first. The really most important thing, you can do this and it won't help you if you do it wrong. What I want you to do is when you're blowing, use the exact same air and embouchure as when you're playing. Just wait for the sound to happen. So think of rubbing your finger along a champagne glass. You have to rub it a couple times before that ring starts. That's what we're trying to do. We need to be perfect. We're just not going to start it with our lips closed. So that's just 2 beats of it. Now let's play it as written. Ba-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. Ready? And yeah, let's do it twice. So we're going to do the who articulation, and then we're going to play it really fast speed twice. So let's do this next one. Who's ready and go. Yeah, you can't really anticipate when that note's going to start. I don't want you to anticipate. Just kind of like blow, and then just wait for it to happen. Now, this tempo. Ready? Now. 4 beats per note. Ready? And. So remember, we're starting the air and waiting for that note to happen, just to get everything going. Now, let's play it as written, right? And I feel like we should play it more than just twice, but whatever. All right, let's keep on going. G. 1, 2, ready? And the really important part about doing this is that the only way you can get that air fast enough and not tightening up your lips is to start with a really high tongue. E. Tip your tongue on the bottom of your mouth, tongue up high in the back. I call it the tongue taco. You know, make a taco with your tongue, and behind your molars, glue that taco to the roof of your mouth so the air goes through your tongue and not around the sides. Hoo, hoo. By the way, if you can't whistle, that's what people normally do wrong. Is just make sure you have the tongue taco but behind your molars, and you're blowing straight through. All right, let's play it. G. 2, ready? Now that I explained it, let's just do the whole exercise. Keep on going. 2, G flat. All right, so you can hear the pitch in the air. That's because, yeah, tongue's high in the back. Yeah, okay. I really didn't want to talk about this today. So let's just think about the air. Let's do the whole exercise the same way again. Or let's do the whole exercise again, but this time let's just play each measure twice. 2, right? And felt great. All right, let's keep on going to the next one. Let's just do the first measure, the entire measure, all the way with the who articulation, and then we'll just do the entire exercise. So it's really this third line. We're going to start F to B flat, so whoing first. Good. Memorize those positions with your tongue, and we'll write it all the way down. 1, 2, right? All right, that was awesome. It was good. It was solid. Let's do the rest of these exercises. Kind of just basically straight through. Text in if you got any questions or comments about it, and we're just going to keep on reading these. These next exercises are very simple. They're pedal slurs. If you can't play them, do your best. You'll get it eventually. It's one of these things you got to practice. But the hard part is making sure your corners are firm and your lips don't change between the pedal and your first note. If you're in high school and you can kind of frown and stick out your lips and fake it a little bit at first just to get it. But as soon as you can get your pedals, you have to try to go back to that original embouchure. Whatever embouchure works best for your pedals is going to be the embouchure you should use on everything other than your pedals, because it'll make everything sound even better. So here we go. Nice and slow. 2, 3. So you might see I was moving my teeth forward and backwards for those low pedals. You have to kind of change the volume inside of your mouth once you get your tongue all the way in the back, and that's the way to do it. But you notice it wasn't changing where my lips were in relation to my teeth, my face, and I wasn't changing my mouthpiece relationship to my lips. It was all there, protrude and stick down and out a little bit for that low note, but that's just to follow the geometry. Don't think about it. Just like let that, notice that that'll happen, but everything else, you just keep still and everything will work perfectly. Follow the center of the tone. Don't, where that feels like it should be, where it sounds like it should be. Don't worry about what you think should happen or shouldn't happen. A lot of weird stuff can go wrong if you overanalyze. Yeah, let's move on. So these are just simple lip slurs. We're going to add that pedal at the beginning and play that first octave pedal just like we did, just nice, smooth, easy, and the same protrusion with your lips and the same keeping your corners and your cheeks up against your teeth. Just don't let anything move. Here we go. 2, ready? Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Keep going. Yeah, that felt awesome. I love doing these exercises because it really lets you know. So many people want to loosen up for that pedal. I felt myself starting to do it, and I realized I stopped, and all of a sudden, I sounded clear. A lot of euphonium players don't like to play technical down in that range because it sounds luffy, and they'll say, "Oh, it's the instrument, you can't do it." That's a complete fallacy. You can play just as technically down in this pedal range as you can in any other range. You just have to make sure you're still here. So if you have any trouble with that, get in touch with me, or even just, again, jump on the Zoom link at brassbrunchbunch.com. Just click on join in, and we can work together during this time. So let's keep on moving through. This next one, we're just going to, go up a couple more partials. Same exercise. 2. Ready? Look, and notice that it doesn't move, especially here. here. That time was a little loose, and you heard how a note didn't quite speak. Let me do that last one again. F. Excellent. Let's move on to the next exercise and run through these. So, I love my own coffee. I love my coffee. Anybody else like coffee? Because I've got 2 people who've been watching this whole time, and that's awesome. Just, let me know that you're there. What's your favorite kind of coffee? I get these beans from Guatemala, and I roast them on my grill in the backyard, and it comes out to $3 a pound, and it's really good coffee. But tell me what your favorite coffee is, or if you don't like coffee. All right, here we go. Let's jump on this exercise. Again, remember that second note is just a lip bend, and I want you to play all of your lip slurs just like that lip bend. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, so this next exercise here at the bottom is even better. We're actually going to play the first 3 notes by moving the valve, and then we're going to move extra notes without using the valve, and that's just to kind of make sure everything's working. If you're moving your lips to do it, you're doing it wrong because you can bend it much further just by changing your air and not your lips. Okay, here we go. Ready? And... Yeah, we got an extra E flat in there. Hopefully everybody's got an instrument that can play it. All right, let's keep on rolling along. Make some progress here. These are Schlossberg exercises. They're going to feel probably uncomfortable to play and frustrating, but oh my word, they're going to make you sound amazing. And it's very simple. You have 3 notes. The first note is loud. The last note is as soft as you can play. The middle note is moving from as loud as you can play to as soft as you can play. And at the end of it, you get a slur down to the last note. Okay? That's the first 2 lines. We're going to have the next 2 lines going to be backwards. Super important. Just play it correctly and do it without moving your embouchure. It'll be a lot easier. Oh my word, you'll sound amazing. All right, here we go. Ready? And... Whoops, I had a break in the slur. That's better. Still need some more. That was it. Yeah. Now I got it. If I was by myself, I'd do it again. But everybody else, you know, you get the idea. You can just go back and do it again if you want. Now, same thing backwards. Softies you can play first. Yeah. All right. Let's keep on going. Now, I'm going to be as loud to soft, but we're going F to high B flat. Nice. You're probably doing this at home and you're like, why on earth am I doing this? This is hard and it doesn't serve a purpose. Just wait till the next exercise and then you'll see how much easier everything is to play. Really focus on the dynamics and being clear. Soft as you can play crescendo, getting up to the last note without overblowing. Right? And... There you go. So that's eating your Wheaties right there. That probably is the closest thing in our field to running laps or something. All right, these next one, Mezzo Forte, and we're going to play these as fast as we can. These come from Emery Remington. You know what? Let's do every measure twice. Why not? 1, 2, 1, 2. So, here's the thing about why I would like to do these exercises twice. If you can't play it that fast, do it half tempo, and you can just do it one time. So anyway, let's do that one more time. I was feeling really kind of a little tense in there, and I was kind of wiggling. So focus on the air and the sound, not about what my mouth is doing. Hold my mouth still, and let my air kind of guide everything. 2, ready? Oh, sorry, 2 times. 2, ready, and go. Oh, so much easier. All right, this next exercise, same tempo, but everybody do the best that you can. 1, 2, right? Next exercise. So we got some Scott Belk lip slurs. Wrote a great book. It's only in treble clef right now, but everybody should go out and buy it. Okay, here we go. 2, right, and let's do every measure 4 times, right, and go. I already did that one. On G, ready? And go. Just right. All right, let's keep on going. We're only going to do these without repeats, so because each measure already kind of repeats inside the measure. So 2, right, and finding I'm solving most of my problems just by trying to breathe in the tone I want to play, and it ends up solving most of my problems. I just hit the home button. Oh well. There we go. Last two. It's 11:52. Let's just play these. These are really fun. Let's do this last Belk exercise. Let's just play it twice. 2. Ready? And go. All right. Oh, thank you so much for the smiley face. Okay. So we're kind of coming up to the end. I've got, a bunch more stuff we could do in here, and I got some scales, but, fine. Let's end on the, range exercise. Here we go. So the hard part with this is not to change anything when you go up high. We're using our pedal embouchure to play all of these notes. You're keeping this kind of in here so it doesn't blow out, and is how we're playing these. Focus on coming down. Focus on coming down. Ready? And... Nice, right? Not loud, right? Keep going if you can. Yeah, that's a weird note on my horn. So, wrong fingers there. F, we'll kind of end it here. Well, not my best. Sometimes with range, I keep on going till the failure point. That's not something you want to put live on the internet, but anyway. I can usually squeak out higher, but not methodically like that. And just trying to play a bunch of high notes isn't really going to help you play the high notes. Kind of working up methodically and making sure the process that you're using to play your high notes is intact. That's going to help you with these high notes. All right. All right, let's do that. Warm down a little bit, and I'll hopefully see all of you that are watching this show to the end. I'd like to see if I can see you all tomorrow at the exact same time. So it would be 11 o'clock Eastern where I am, or just the beginning of the hour. But if you could go to brassbrunchbunch.com and join in on Zoom, you can play along, and we can have a big group of people